Did you know that your skin has a story to tell, that it's constantly sending you messages, and those messages can potentially save your life? According to the American Academy of Dermatology, 1 in 5 people will be diagnosed with skin cancer in their lifetime, and approximately 9,500 people in the United States alone are diagnosed with skin cancer every single day. That's why you need to hear what skin health and wellness expert Dr. Kiera Barr has to say. Dr. Barr is a dual board certified dermatologist who has worked with over 70,000 patients. And as an acclaimed global speaker, #1 international best-selling author, leader, and educator in her field, Dr. Barr uses cutting-edge tools and is known as an innovative thinker. She shared her life-changing ideas in business, education, health, and professional seminars on how to rejuvenate and amplify skin health naturally, reverse sun damage, prevent and manage skin cancer, and build confidence, self-awareness, self-esteem, and resilience. Let's meet Dr. Kiera now. Well, welcome, Dr. Barr. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so I know you have a deep commitment to your clients, but it also started with a personal story. So let's start with that.
Yeah, so I was born with 2 birthmarks, 1 on each side of my face. And as a kid, didn't think much of it. And then I went to school. And kids made fun of them and called them coffee stains. And it was the first time that I became aware that my skin could be a source of pain, a source of shame, embarrassment, and humiliation. And I quickly discovered that I could hide those marks by getting a suntan. Problem is that I had very fair skin and burned as well as tanned. And it wasn't until I became a dermatologist that I realized the actions that I had taken had put my health at risk for the most deadly skin cancer there is. And if I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have had to diagnose myself with the most deadly skin cancer, which is melanoma.
And what happened next? I mean, how much later in life was this, and what'd you do?
Yeah, so this was just about 6 years ago, and I found a spot on my arm. Thankfully, I know what to look for, and so I could catch it quickly and had surgery and recovered, but it was my wake-up call. I thought that I had been doing everything right? I mean, I'm a medical expert. This is my field. I was wearing sunscreen. I was exercising, running marathons at the time, but I discovered that I actually was doing things pretty wrong.
Right.
And so I had to completely overhaul the way I was living my life.
All right, so that has ultimately translated into the book that you're going to be giving away today, but how is that experience translated into how you work with and deal with your clients?
Yeah, so the book, The Skin Whisperer, I mean, I've been called a skin whisperer, but it's really about your skin being the most powerful tool we have to understand what's happening inside your body. Your skin truly tells your story about your nutrition, the way you sleep, your emotional well-being. And the goal is to hear the messages that your skin is sending you when they're just a whisper, not shouting like they were in my case with skin cancer.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about some of the people you've worked with. And I know you've got a client named Jackie, so why don't you tell the Jackie story?
So Jackie is a mom of teenagers. She's 43 years old, and she actually had been diagnosed with skin cancer herself and was fearful and anxious about how to balance spending time outdoors but keeping herself safe. And so as I led her through my process and kind of created a comprehensive view of how she could nourish herself, take care of herself, enjoy herself outdoors, from checking her skin to how she was eating and all of that other stuff, she had, instead of feeling fearful and anxious, she began to have confidence and comfort in the fact that she now had the tools, skills, and action plan to be able to not only protect herself, but her family, her kids, her loved ones, and be reassured that just because she had had skin cancer before, that it wasn't all doom and gloom, that she actually could fortify her health and become as resilient as she could be.
Right. So she wasn't here projecting on her family. And what you've really done is you've systematized the process of detecting and also just staying healthy so none of this happens in the first place. So you've also worked with a patient named Michelle. So why don't you tell the Michelle story?
So this is where you may decide if you want to invite me to your dinner party or not. Because we actually were at a dinner party together, and Michelle, just to backtrack, I mean, Michelle's another busy mom, juggling career and kids, never feeling like she has time for herself. But she did get out that night. And as she's reaching across the table, I noticed a spot on her forearm, and I couldn't help myself. I had to check it, and it was irregular in color, and I asked her, how long has it been there? It was relatively new, but because she thought it was just an age spot, she didn't pay it any mind because she had brown spots all over her body. Well, I knew that it was concerning for melanoma, knew that she had to get a biopsy right away. Sure enough, it was melanoma in situ, which thankfully is the earliest form.
That was the dinner date that paid off for her.
It did. She thankfully got treated quickly, recovered well. And then through our work together, she understood the importance of checking every inch of her skin, that even though she's busy, she has to make time for herself and her health, and made a date to get naked every month and check her birthday suit for uninvited guests, right? And here's the most amazing part. Because of that, she was able to find a spot on her own shoulder that was also concerning for melanoma. And so basically our work together helped, it was a life-saving, life-changing, not just for her, but for her kids and her family. So that idea of taking notice of what's on your skin, paying attention, it really paid off for her.
Right. Now, another thing that you talk about, and we've had a great conversation about how your skin reflects what's going on the inside, but it's an indicator for everything that's going on inside, even emotionally too. So why don't you share another story that you have about Jane?
Yeah, so Jane is a dynamo. She is an entrepreneur who's in the throes of scaling her business. But she came, tired, feeling stressed and overwhelmed, and really frustrated by the deep furrows in her brow from the pressure she was under, but also was concerned about some moles. So in our work together, the first thing we did was really cover what was on her skin and teaching her how to examine it. But next, we really dug into what was underlying those deep furrows, really the source of the overwhelm and anxiety that she was feeling that was preventing her from completing this work proposal that she had. And together we explored the limiting beliefs, the obstacles that were getting in her way, addressed them.
You're not just a dermatologist,
no.
You're like a psychiatrist too.
Yeah, I mean, it really makes a difference. And the amazing thing is just by kind of just a 2 millimeter distinction for her, giving her the tools to create a new set of questions, she was able to overcome those obstacles, get that work proposal done, get the contract. And we also did relax her brow. So the appearance on the outside it mirrored her appearance on the inside. She felt good inside and out, and that's so important.
That's great. Now,
Yeah.
again, what you've done so well in your book, and after getting to know you, is you really take a very holistic approach. You're looking at mind, body, spirit here, very integrative, and you have figured out, again, a way that is teachable, trainable, and it's a system for knowing what's going on the inside and outside. So how does someone get a copy of your book,
Right.
find out how they can work with you, and also how to hire you, because you're also an international speaker.
Right.
So what do they do next?
Well, they should visit my website, chooseresilience.com. There's a tab that they can go to for book, or they can go straight to chooseresilience.com/book, and they can get a free copy.
Fantastic. All right, so the next step is yours to take. Head on over, get Dr. Kiera Barr's book, learn more about her, find out if she can work with you and keep you and your family safe and healthy, and also be able to take advantage of being able to detect what's going on in your body as well. Thank you again for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks so much.
All right.